Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, sorry if I took so long to actually get this out for sure. In fact, I wish I would have put out this thoughts video right around the day after this movie officially came out for sure, but then again, I was occupied by my last video that I did where I talked about my time being part of Trainboy54's Adventures of Phineas and Ferb, but hey, I'm making up for it now by, well, doing this thoughts video right about how so. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense that we're gonna go for that for sure. So yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and get right on to talking about this latest movie that I officially got to watch very recently. So yeah, I guess ever since pretty much I finished up my time with Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous on Netflix, I think it's about time that we dive into another Netflix title that had just popped up very recently, and it's pretty much not a new show that had popped onto that said streaming service. No, it's actually a brand new movie that is officially out right about now. So yeah, honestly, I think you would expect that I would finally gain the courage and actually go watch a movie that's come out in August, like of course Bullet Train or Easter Sunday or Beast or whatever, to be honest. Though I wish I would right about now. In fact, yeah, I'm already feeling bad for deciding to not see any good movies around this month, and not to mention next month as well. Oh my god, what was I thinking? But hey, I'm sure I'll get to them later on, right? But I want to focus mainly on this movie right about now. So yeah, that's pretty much my main focus for once. I think it makes sense that I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into today's movie that I'm officially talking about, which ironically has, of course, landed on Netflix right about now. So yeah, more Netflix for me right about now. So yeah, I guess that's all I can see on that. Alright, so I guess going right on to the main subject for once, I bet you're quite curious to know on, of course, what movie I'm going to be talking about here today. Well, it's actually quite interesting that I would actually mention that for sure, because, yeah, for today's movie right about now, we're actually going to be diving into the latest movie that pretty much just popped up onto Netflix very recently, that, I'm not gonna lie, does have a bit of a promise, but yeah, does have some issues in the end, but I'm one of those guys that may have a different opinion than what anybody else could think about and how so. So yeah, I guess for today's movie I'm officially going to be talking about, we're actually going to be diving into the latest movie that had just hit onto Netflix very recently, which is none other than 13, or rather, I guess in this case, 13 the Musical. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That is literally the title of course, this movie that I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, looks like I'm going to be talking about 13 the Musical, Netflix 2022. Yeah. You knew I'm going somewhere with, of course, the his for sure, just to mainly get things out of the way right about now. But hey, whatever the case may be, that is, of course, what I'm going to be talking about here today, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess before I can go right ahead and talk about this movie right about how I think I might as well go ahead and get some things out of the way, just to get things right on track for sure. For those who actually don't know, of course, what 13 the Musical is. Honestly, to me, I think, I too never even knew about this in particular for sure, but what I do know is, of course, based on my research, it is actually based on a lesser-known Broadway show of the same name, which all it is just about a group of 13-year-old teenagers. And that's about it. It's pretty much just a musical about a bunch of 13-year-old teenagers. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is all about. I mean, what? You were expecting more? I mean, I wish I would, but nope. So, but yeah, that is literally what this movie is in fact based on. It's actually based on a lesser-known Broadway musical of the same name that ironically I have no idea about for sure, but I do know it didn't actually last very long when it first opened up on Broadway back in 2007, but the idea actually did intrigue me in such a way, and I probably wish it could have been explored a whole lot more for sure. In fact, granted, I think since I know it only lasted about pretty much about over 100 performances on Broadway, I think it's a bit unknown on, of course, what critics and audience actually think of the original Broadway musical around the time it was around for sure, but hey, I'm sure they did the best they could for, of course, that said show. And not to mention, one other thing I actually did find interesting is that pretty much one of the stars, Ariana Grande, to which in her earlier years, she actually was indeed a part of that said musical that I mentioned. I'm not making this up. That actually did happen. Definitely look it up online. It's actually quite interesting. So yeah, I guess if anything, for me personally, I never actually knew about the Broadway show in particular, and I didn't expect that they would actually make a movie based on it for sure, because, yeah, how could you deal with, of course, a musical about a bunch of 13-year-old teenagers actually work as a feature film? That is indeed the multi-million-dollar question for sure, but hey, I think I know for sure it probably has been in the works probably since 2014 for sure, and I'd be quite curious to see on how it'll do for sure, given to the musical's short lifespan beforehand right about now. So, but hey, needless to say, I'm still willing to give it a fair shot and see how it actually goes from here. And yeah, I guess as expected, it recently dropped onto Netflix very recently, around the time I'm recording this video, because yeah, literally by the time I'm recording this video, it's already the day after this movie officially came out for sure. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense that I would, of course, being something for this movie for sure. And yeah, I do need to spend a whole lot of a lot more time on Netflix for sure, because I've got a lot of movies and shows that I've got a lot of catching up to do for sure, and that's just to name me a few for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I decided to, of course, fire up Netflix and actually watch this movie for myself, and yeah, probably by the time I'm recording this video, I just literally got done watching it on Netflix, and yeah, now that I've actually got to see, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie overall? Well, that is actually quite a question to ask for sure, but I think for me personally, as someone who may not be familiar with the original musical, and I am going to be honest right now, I actually don't think this movie is that bad for sure. Yeah, I am indeed one of those guys for sure. I mean, okay, I don't think it's actually good, let alone fantastic all the way, nor would I say it's probably the worst thing I've ever seen, nor even terrible by all means. I guess I'm somehow split down the middle for sure, but granted, I do like the ideas that they actually decided to throw in, and even a good number of parts, despite the massive changes, actually does have a similar vibe on what it's going for, trying to be like the actual stage musical it's based on for sure. Though, I do find it kind of pretty much ironic that they decided to carry the same title as the stage musical, because yeah, the original stage musical is indeed entitled 13 the Musical, and yet they decided to call this movie 13 the Musical as well. bit of a confusion when you really think about it. But, I mean, granted, Netflix's adaptation of Matilda the musical is also carrying out the same name, but I didn't mind it for sure. But hey, I'll go more into depth on that once it actually does come out for sure. But hey, needless to say, I actually don't think 13 the musical is that bad for sure. I do think it's actually a decent flick in my opinion. So yeah, I'm one of those guys for saying that, and it's what I can say. Alright, so now that I've actually got that out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First of all is indeed the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, I think I know for sure, seeing how it does carry out the same storyline as the stage show, I actually didn't think the story for, of course, this movie is anything that bad for sure. I do think it is fine from, of course, what it's doing, pretty much in structuring out a good storyline for sure, and yeah, I guess I will say there may or may not be some massive changes from the stage show that I may or may not disagree on for sure, but hey, I say it's actually not that bad for sure, just pretty much just the simple coming of age story of course, the pretty much of course our main lead, Evan Goldman, trying to tackle, of course, his life in a new town after his parents got divorced, and while hoping to have his bar mitzvah because, well, given to the title of the musical, he is indeed going to be turning 13 years old, so yeah, man, just by thinking that alone is already making me think about my time when I was 13 years old. Yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say for of course that part, but hey, needless to say, I actually think the storyline for, of course, this movie, or should I say the story in general, I actually didn't think it's that bad. It actually does know what it's trying to do while still carrying out the same vibes as the stage show for sure. And yeah, maybe I think there could have been a good number of parts that could have been written out a whole lot more, or should I say, give the characters a whole lot more development for sure, because yeah, I think I know for sure there's probably a lot that got cut out for sure just to save the running time for, of course, this movie. But I still think they actually did fine with, of course, what they're doing, and does result in, of course, pretty much a really decent story from, of course, what I'm seeing, and, of course, a really decent short runtime for sure. In fact, yeah, I was expecting this movie to actually be a little bit over 2 hours for sure, but only going by to almost an hour and a half long. I'd say it's actually pretty fine for a decent storyline for sure, but yeah, I think they did the best they could on, of course, this one, and not only that, I think I find the writing, I have to say, yeah, maybe I think there could have been a whole number of areas that could have been written out a whole lot more. I mean, granted, parts of the script is pretty much doesn't really work out to me for sure, and it's pretty much what you would probably expect from a old teen age, pretty much a movie about teenagers for sure, just trying to be a little bit more cool and hip and trendy and stuff, but yeah, sometimes, yeah, I think there's a time and a place where it can actually work for sure, but this, yeah, but this does have a little bit of that, but not fully to get me fully immersed, so, but yeah, maybe I think it could have maybe gone through a whole lot more just to make it all the more engaging for, of course, a regular moviegoer for sure, but yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, on that front. So yeah, I guess with what I'm saying with, of course, the story and the writing for, of course, this one, yeah, I think you can pretty much know where I'm going with, of course, this one. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things that I need to talk about for sure. So So yeah, I guess probably of course the characters for sure, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think the characters of course this movie, yeah, I won't lie, I think they actually are yeah, I say they are actually pretty good characters for sure. I mean, yeah, granted, I think they do have different stereotypes that they need to follow for sure in order to make them not boring for sure, which sometimes works well, other times doesn't, but for me personally, I actually do think the characters in, of course, this movie are fine with, of course, what they're doing. They're not the worst, nor should I say even good, but I still think they actually did a fine job with, of course, what they're doing for sure, and yeah, I guess for what I can say for, of course, that front, I think they did fine with, of course, the characters for sure, and I'm even quite impressed for the fact that each and every single one of them actually goes through a pretty interesting arc for sure, just to get all the more intrigued with, of course, what I'm seeing, particularly our main lead, Evan Goldman. He actually goes through a really interesting arc all throughout the course of this movie, all of which to, of course, pretty much leading up to, of course, the big payoff in what this movie has been built up to. And if you have seen the trailer for, of course, this movie, you know exactly where I'm going at with, of course, his for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure, and of course, let's not forget to mention the actors playing all these characters. Yeah, I won't lie, I think, yeah, probably for me personally, I actually do like the actors they brought in for, of course, this movie. And like I said, a good majority of them are centered around, of course, the teenage kids for, of course, this one. And I am impressed that they actually did bring in actual teenage kids for sure. So yeah. And from what I'm seeing, they actually did give out some pretty good performances, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not saying a whole lot because given to pretty much other movies based on Broadway shows for sure, I think I would be expecting pretty much a good number of performances that I actually like. And for the case of this movie, these are the kind of performances that I do like for sure. They're not really phoning it in as much. No, they're actually really giving off, of course, what they're doing for sure, and actually working with everything they can with the little muddled down, but still fine script nonetheless. So yeah, I guess with what I have to say with, of course, the actors and, of course, playing all the characters, and of course the characters themselves, I say they actually did fine in my opinion, and yeah, pretty much if anything, it's actually well worth it in the end. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess now that I got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually a whole lot for sure, because yeah, for this being based around the Broadway show of the same name, I think it's quite fair that I would go ahead and talk about, well, the music and the songs of course this movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the pretty much all the musical numbers they brought in for, of course, this one, I say they actually have a real, I say they're all really good for sure. I think with, of course, every single one of them I've actually seen, every one of them actually has a really good sense of beat and rhythm, and I really do love the nice tempo they brought in for, of course, this one guy, because at one moment it will, of course, we have a song that's a little bit more peppy and upbeat, and of course one that is incredibly slow and mellow at the same time. So yeah, I guess if anything, I actually really do like the mix of those two elements for sure, and of course all the songs, and of course this movie for sure, I say they actually are done pretty well in my opinion. I mean, they're not the kind of songs that I would actually rock out to all the time, because yeah, I do know that there are plenty of other Broadway musicals out there that have much better music and songs for sure, but yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, that part hands down. So yeah, I I guess if anything, the music and the songs, of course, this movie still is actually done really well and does carry out the same vibes as, of course, the Broadway show, hands down. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that, and I'll even give credit as well. I really do admire the nice choreography they brought in, for sure. Every single one of them I've actually seen that goes alongside the music and the songs. I say they actually did incredible with, of course, what they're doing with many different dance styles, for sure. And it's actually something that I actually really do love and admire, for sure. And yeah, fits in well with, of course, what goes on. Again, with, of course, my argument with, of course, the music and the songs, for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, the Haga Frog, hands down. So yeah. And let's not forget to mention, I even do admire some of the pretty decent cinematography they brought in for, of course, this movie. Pretty much, if anything, a good number of camera shots. Yeah, most of them are not really shot very well, in my opinion, but the rest, I have to say, actually did fine, for sure. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say the film cinematography is anything that bad, for sure, nor even good, but I do think it's actually pretty decent overall, and yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that. So yeah. And, of course, a few number of areas that I can say is, of course, where a good number of parts of this movie does kind of blow a little bit. It's not the worst, but I knew for sure it could have been a whole lot more better than what I was hoping for, hands down. So yeah, I guess for starters, pretty much the direction, of course, is this movie done by the film's director. I won't lie, I kind of go back and forth a little bit. I mean, I think I really have no idea about the director who made this movie, for sure. But from what I'm actually seeing, the direction, of course, this movie, I wouldn't necessarily say it's anything that good, but I can't really say it's that terrible either. But maybe I think some parts of it are a little bit misdirected, in my opinion, or maybe just a little bit off, for sure. So yeah, I guess it's probably what I can say on that, and not to mention the film's editing, I have to say, I will admit a good number of parts are, of course, cut up well, and actually does correspond with, of course, the music and the songs, for sure, but yeah, I think the one thing that I know for sure that maybe I think it does kind of blow a little bit is that maybe pretty much yeah, for while half of it is actually done fine, the other half, on the other hand, can be a bit choppy at the same time, because, yeah, I know for sure that there's probably a whole lot that they shot for, of course, this movie that they had to cut out just to save the short runtime, for sure, but yeah, maybe I think they could have maybe added things a whole lot more to actually make it all the more pretty much all the more engaging, for sure, let alone something a little bit more fantastic all the way, but from what I'm actually seeing, yeah, could have been a whole lot better than what I was hoping for, hands down, but hey, I guess it's what I can say on that, and I know for sure they did exactly on the best they could, hands down. So yeah, I guess with everything I have to say, yeah, I guess it pretty much helps out, of course, how I felt about this movie, for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's everything that I can say on that. So yeah, overall, Netflix's adaptation of Matilda I'm getting way ahead of myself, so I'm so sorry. So yeah, I guess overall, Netflix's adaptation of 13 the musical, thank you. So yeah, I was going somewhere with this, and I seem to have misspoke right about how. So yeah, overall, Netflix's adaptation of 13 the musical, yeah, I won't lie, I can't get enough on, of course, what I can say on this. I actually do think it's actually a pretty decent flick, hands down. Sure, there would have been a whole lot more that could have made it all the more fantastic all the way. Like, of course, maybe fix up the muddled down, let alone a little bit choppy scripting, editing, let alone get a much better director to helm this project, hands down. But everything else that I can say actually did fine with, of course, the material they're giving, and yeah, pretty much a good number of parts of it that works actually does work hands down. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say this movie is that great for sure, let alone I think is terrible by all means. But from what it is, I actually do think this movie is, of course, well, fine all the way. And yeah, I guess the only question remains, did I actually have myself having a good time with this? Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, in points, pretty much if anything, I always say to myself that the good always overshadows the bad for sure, and this one does a little bit hands down, and I knew for sure that it did try its best from what's been given for sure, but for what it is, I actually do think they did a fine job with it regardless, resulting in, of course, not really a good movie, nor even terrible, but still resulting in a really decent flick for sure. And I'm guessing the people who actually did see this movie would probably say it's not that bad as they think it would be. Yeah, I think I know for sure that this movie is, of course, what to me and everyone else of course, what on, of course, every other Broadway show that everyone else could, yeah, every other movie based on a Broadway show that anybody could get into, but I can't hardly for sure, so, but yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say this movie is one of my favorites, hands down, but from what it is, I do think it's fine from, of course, what's been given to me, hands down, so yeah, I still had a good time, and I do think it is one movie that I say it's actually worth an hour and a half of your time on Netflix for sure. So yeah, if you got the time, I say definitely watch it for sure. But as someone who actually loves a good number of Broadway shows, let alone musicals in general, I wouldn't necessarily say 13 is, of course, a great one for me to recommend, hands down. But I guess in terms of course, as of course this being a movie for sure, I'm still going to be looking forward to seeing what Netflix's adaptation of Matilda the Musical will actually do once it actually does come out in a few more months for sure, so. But yeah, I guess until then, I say it's still a fine watch regardless, so yeah, I guess if you're looking for a movie based on a Broadway show that does have a little bit of issues, but you still can actually get away with, of course, a pretty good time regardless, then I say definitely give 13 the Musical on Netflix a watch for sure. It's not really that great nor terrible, but still a decent one to check out for sure, and I couldn't help but say that I did have somehow a bit of a good time for sure, so yeah, for my final score, I'm gonna be fair on this one, and I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, I don't think it's anything that good or terrible by all means, but I still think it's actually worth checking out regardless, hands down, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Netflix's adaptation of 13 the Musical and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided with, of course, the links down in the description box below if you want to keep up to date with me with every single thing that I do. And, of course, support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, hopefully if I ever get the opportunity, I would definitely get out another one of these thoughts videos later on, but I just need to get this off my chest for sure, just to, yeah, just as my way of saying, yes, I am overdue on this one, but I am making up for it right now for sure, so yeah. I'll be sure to have another video planned out later on in the near future, and I'll let you know on which one that I'm really excited to do, but yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.